What are we going to look at next? The next deep dive. And I need to say that, when we looked at the money, the profit chain, that's only one area of the profit chain. We've got so many other areas that we can look at, but we don't have time on the workshop today for you. But today, next one we're going to look at is the powerful people process. Having the right people in your team who are productive, who are making you money. Because so many businesses these days, they're crying out for staff, or the staff they got are not working, not productive. And it's costing the business owner a heap of money. So what are we going to look at? It's ensuring that instead of having one or two people that aren't right, we want those 5 or 6 people that are right. So we have to look at a high performing team. Here's the thing though, engagement and culture is the number one necessity of today. We need to get engagement from our team, and we need to ensure the culture is right. We're working with a communications company at present, and the change in the culture is just phenomenal. And the amount of money they are now making as a result of changing that culture and having the engagement is just amazing. They've had their 2 best months they've ever had since Chanel and I have been working with them. The thing is that when you have highly engaged people, it's great because your employees do more than expected. If you've got disengaged people, then your employees, they're doing just what's expected. They turn up at 9 o'clock, they go home at 5 o'clock, they have exactly half an hour or an hour for lunch, certainly no less, and sometimes a little bit more. And those employees who are highly disengaged, they're doing less than expected. And you're paying them a lot of money to be non-productive. So this is what your business looks like if it were a boat and you had 10 employees. You've probably got 2 at the back who are highly disengaged. They've thrown out the anchor and they're doing all they can to sabotage your business. And you need to get rid of these people as soon as possible. You've got your disengaged staff, the ones that are doing just what is necessary. But they're looking at those people at the back who are highly disengaged and saying, well, hang on, I'm getting paid just as much as they are. They're doing nothing. I'm doing something. Why should I bother? And then you've got your highly engaged staff at the front. They're rowing your business as fast as they can. They're helping you be productive. They're doing whatever they can to make money. But here's the kicker. They are looking at the back to the disengaged and highly disengaged people, and they're saying, I'm working my butt off here, but I'm getting paid exactly the same as these guys. Why should I stay? And the thing is, if you lose these people, then the business is in really serious trouble. So you've got to start making choices as to how do you get your staff to either get rid of the highly disengaged and move the disengaged up to the highly engaged people. So how do we do that? Well, firstly, we need to understand that 30% of your salary is being wasted when you're paying these disengaged or highly disengaged people. What that means is if you're paying out £100,000 of wages, 37%, £37,000 is wasted through non-productivity. So how do you become a leader of a high-performing team? Well, please notice that there are 3 pillars here. 3 pillars will give you 3 benefits. And I'm going to show you that if you only have 2 of those pillars, you'll only get 1 benefit. You need all 3 pillars to have the benefit. And then there's 9 sub-pillars after that. So get out your pen and paper again, because you might want to write this down. This is how to be a leader of a high-performing team. The first pillar you need is you're going to have good leadership. When you have great leadership, it is one of the cornerstones to have a high-performing team, because your staff will follow you. The next one, as we spoke about before, is culture. Having the right culture there so that people don't diss you. They don't talk negatively of the business. And the third one is beliefs and values. Having the right beliefs, having the right values is fundamentally important in any high-performing team. Now, the benefit of having leadership and culture is that you have an identity. People identify with the business that they're in. They identify with you and where you're going to. And I'm going to talk to you something fairly soon about vision. If you have great culture and beliefs and values, you have resilience. People are actually able to weather the storms of when business is difficult. And when you have great leadership and great beliefs and values, you have great productivity, which leads to highly engaged staff. And then with those are the 3 pillars, we've got 9 sub-pillars. The first sub-pillar is vision. As a leader, showing your staff and even your clients, showing them the vision you have for your business, where it's going to. So many businesses we walk into, and when I ask the staff, hey, what's the vision? Where's the leader taking you to? They just shrug their shoulders and they don't know. Personal awareness. As a leader, being personally aware of who you are and aware of your staff and aware of your clients. The third one, self-belief, that you're going to make a difference. And especially when business is gnarly, knowing that you can get through those tough times because you've got the self-belief. You've been there before, and we can help you with that. And that comes back to the first part of our 7M business growth model on mindset, having the right mindset, right in the unconscious mind. Having a great culture means your staff are solution focused. Remember, we talked before about people lining up at the door, coming to you with their problems. What we do is we help business owners understand that if an employee brings a problem, they also need to bring a solution with them. And we'll show you how to do that because it works gangbusters and frees up so much of your time. Accountability is fundamentally important. Holding your staff and yourself accountable for what you need to do. We spend a lot of time on this. Open trust and communication. This is one of the whole thing in any organization. I don't think there is an organization that Janelle and I have ever worked with who have never said that communication is one of the fundamentals that they can't get right. And when you have open communication, you have great trust. And one of the things that we teach our business owners, and one of the things we do with them, is we tell stories, a personal story. It's incredible how much that storytelling builds trust and open communication. Okay, the 3 pillars for beliefs and values. Having the right behaviors. Are your staff doing the right things? The behaviors that are going to build the business, that are going to build the identity, but also building trust for your clients. And results. Are you looking at the results and holding your staff and yourself accountable for the results? If they're good, great, celebrate. If they're not good, having those courageous conversations to find out what is not going well. And lastly, skills and abilities. Do you have the skills and ability to be a great leader? Do your staff have the skills and abilities to do what they need to do to be productive in your business? There you go. The 3 pillars give you the 3 benefits and the 9 sub-pillars of being a leader on a high-performance team. If you've got any questions on that, please ask me at the end, because that is, if you have a look in the middle there, that leads to an engaged workforce. Gets rid of those disengaged or highly disengaged people. If your business, or should I say a business with an engaged workforce, they have a 10% higher customer metrics. They've got 17% higher productivity, and they have 20% higher sales, which leads, and this is the important one, to 21% higher profitability. Now, those aren't my stats I've made up. That's from a Gallup poll. Gallup have actually, when they've gone in and found an engaged workforce, these are the metrics that they have found to be true. So it's fundamentally important to have an engaged team. Even if you've got 1 or 2 staff, or it's only you need to measure yourself on being a high-performing team. And then when you bring other people on, to actually use those 3 pillars to have an engaged workforce. So your business is a hierarchy of processes. And the thing is that when you use the 7M business growth model, you can actually put those processes into place. So you're actually interacting and interrelating everything that you need to have a high-performing team, to make even more money, and have systems in place in your business.